traveling to a world full of surprises, magical creatures, and being there to experience it all. Wow, I hope it was me. Hi, my name is Wanidina Amani binti Wan Amam Fadi Hisham, and I am from SK Rendah. I have here with me which is one of my favorite books, which is called Alice in Wonderland. It is written by Lewis Carroll and retold by Nick Hamilton. Imagine being a girl being dragged into a magical world. This is what this book is all about. The story was getting interesting when Alice came across interesting creatures. It was all begun when she first been sucked down in a hole where she sometimes became small and tiny by only eating a whole cupcake. While in other occasions, she turned herself into a giant by sipping some water from a bottle. When she was tiny, she met with a few birds such as dodo bird, owls, and many more. And they were chasing each other in a circle, a caucus race they called. Alice was very curious and shocked to see what happened in front of her. Later on, she met with a white rabbit, to an advice from a caterpillar, and having a Manhattan tea party. She was confused, yet enjoyed the company around her, including the party and other events occurred along her journey. The most interesting part is when she noticed a door in one of the trees and went through it. And she found herself in a lovely garden. Near her were three playing cards busily painting a rose bush. The rose bush were all white, but they painted them red. That was weird. All of a sudden, other playing card caught her and took her to see the king. She was caught trespassing in the castle. Alice was put on a trial, and she was sentenced to be cut off her head. Alice screamed as loud as she could, and them saying that she was innocent. She screamed her heart out. Then suddenly, she woke up with her sister next to her. She has a curious dream and told the whole thing to her sister. She decided to sit on the riverbank a little while longer. She closed her eyes, and eventually she heard a white rabbit running through the long grass. Now she half believed she was in the Wonderland herself. At the end of this fairy tale, I think this storybook is suitable for kids because it has a pop-up that can make kids attracted to the story, and the dialogue is very easy for kids like me to understand. I think this book is a must for kids that like to read. I picked this book because I like how Alice handled the situation. Alice has a brave and patient personality. I myself want to have a personality like Alice. That's all for me, and thank you for listening to my story.